What's good, people? It's your boy Uncle Fred, and I brought friends. Look at who I got. I got my main man TK. It's Saturday morning. You already know what it is. It's NFL Pick'ems, the best show on YouTube and Facebook, picking all of your favorite NFL games, having fun while we doing it. TK, how you doing today, buddy?
Awesome, man. Ready to make some picks. That's why we here. Let's do
That's why we here, man. They didn't get us here for our looks. Well, maybe you, but not me. They got us here for
it.
our picks. That's the only thing they got us here for us for our picks. So let's get with them. Just for record keeping, people that's watching here, we're saying good morning to you. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the Uncle Fred Sports Experience. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Well, TK, we did pretty good last week. Well, at least you did.
Mhm. Ah,
Uh, TK, the reigning champion, man. I'm still coming for his crown, though. Went 12-4-1. We had that one tie. Your boy, Uncle Fred, went 10-6-1.
yeah,
So there's room to grow. So it's definitely room to get it.
still
So
solid.
it's all right. So let's get
Yeah.
it. Let's get it. So all right, man. On our
Mhm.
first game, we definitely going back over into the other across the pond, and I guess the Vikings stayed over there. So we got the Cleveland Browns taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Not really gotten a whole lot on this game, other than it's going to be a tough defensive game. Um, I got the Vikings. Uh, I just
Okay.
think that Brian Flores will have something for the rookie quarterback, you know, Dylan Gabriel. So I got the Vikes, man. And probably a
I'm
13,
with you, man.
13-6.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes score wise, but I'm with you all the way. Vikings, veteran quarterback against a rookie making his first start. Give me the Vikings.
All right, man. We on one accord on that one. All right, man. We're moving on. So now let's get back stateside. All right, let's get back away from over there across the pond, right in London. Now we're back on stateside. So our first 12
Mhm.
noon game that we got listed here. You got the New York Football Giants coming off their first win, going down to New Orleans to take on the Saints. The Giants, not a lot gonna talk about this game much, but the Giants definitely that devastating loss of Malik Neighbors. That's a tough loss for a rookie quarterback that's trying to get his teeth into the league. Not having your best weapon.
Mhm.
The Saints, we what do you say? They play football. That's all I know. They play in the NFL. I think they get their first win this week because I think it's a tough ask to have a rookie without his best receiver. I got the Saints getting their first win here. They ain't going 0-16, so they gonna get a win here. I got the Saints.
That's fair. You covered all the points. This was one I was planning on coming in, going with the Saints, and straying from the norm, but you picked the Saints as well, so it's less of a shock value there. But I'm going Saints as well. So we're in
So you
lockstep.
was fixing to shock the world. New Orleans is favored by 2.5.
I was going.
New Orleans favored by 2.5 on the home.
Okay.
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 All right, moving right
Yeah,
along.
that's in order, man.
You got the Houston Texans coming off their first win of the season, uh, traveling to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Ravens, a lot of injuries. We're not going to list them all, but they basically got a ragtag mass unit out there. Most notably without quarterback Lamar Jackson, and that's all you need to say. They starting Cooper Rush. The Texans really got to right the ship with their team because they were 0-3. They won their first game. It pains me to say this, but I'm probably taking Houston Texans in this game. I just don't see how you beat them with Cooper Rush. I got the Texans. Ooh, I think we might be frozen. Whoa, took him completely off the set. That's not good. Not good at all. We're gonna keep on cooking here. Let's see if we can find a way to get him back on here. Let's see here. All right, well, we'll move on. Let's see if we can get him back on here in a minute. Um, okay, he may have been having some internet troubles, so I feel like the Houston Texans, like I said, coming off that first win of the season, where they shut out the Titans. I think they had to feel good to them, and they will. I think they will follow that up with a win over the Ravens this week, with Ravens ravaged by injuries. So, I think he might be back. I think he back. I think he back. Yeah, there you go. There my boy is rolling back in here. There we go.
Okay, I don't know what happened. I don't know, but
All right, we good, man. Go on and give me your take on that Ravens. I know you got a lot to say, about that. Um,
no, not a lot. No Lamar, no way can I pick the Ravens in that scenario. So um, I think Houston, they got their first win, and now I think they'll build on top of that and that great defense they have, and hopefully CJ can let's get some confidence going here, man. I know he was talking this week about being old. 23, man.
yeah, I saw that. I had forgotten about that. Like, huh? Wow.
Yeah. Give me the Texans, man. Yeah, Ravens, not this week, man. We'll see what happens. The thing going forward.
All right, man. Yeah, definitely got to do some searching there to get your season back on track if you're the Ravens. All right, our next game here we got the this one I think is one of the more intriguing games. You got the Denver Broncos traveling to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Broncos uh, coming off a loss to no, they beat the Bengals on Monday night, 28-3. As a matter of fact, and then you
Yes.
got playing the Eagles. The Eagles are kind of winning, kind of in spite of themselves. Actually, having some inner struggles, trying to figure out how they want to play. It's going to be interesting because you got great cornerback play from the Broncos, Sertan, Moss, Johnny Barron, against a which would be an elite wide receiver group with AJ and Devontae Smith, but haven't been figured out how they want to utilize them. I think this game could come down to whether or not the Eagles can run the football or not. Because if the Broncos can limit them from running the football, and Sertan can shut down one side of the field, which he's often can do, I think the Broncos could win this game. Um, what the hell? I'm gonna take the Broncos. It's not a popular pick because everybody thinks the Eagles going 17-0. I just don't think. I just don't think I just don't think you win every. I think at some point, man, you got to figure out what you want to do, man, and you just can't. You ain't gonna block two kicks every game and win it, and you're not gonna win a game where you don't complete a pass in the second half against a good opponent on back to back weeks. I got the Broncos, man.
Okay. I'm going Eagles at home. I do agree. The Eagles kind of have to find their way in many ways, but they do have a winning formula, and they're hanging their hat on it right now. And I say they find a way to get this one at home, but that bill could be coming due soon for that first loss, but not this week, in my opinion.
All right, we fighting, man. Yeah, we
There we
got
go.
first
There we
disagreement.
go.
First
Okay.
disagreement. All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
rolling on. All right, our next 12 o'clock game, you got the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to Indianapolis, take on the Indianapolis Colts. Raiders losing to the Bears. I think to the Bears, and then the Colts losing to the Rams. Both of them are very close losses, right? I think the Raiders lost because a kick was blocked. Go figure. Uh, and so I got the Colts winning this one because I think they have the better team. They're playing at home. Indiana Jones is playing some probably his best football. Shane Steichen seems to know what kind of offense to put him in. He's got a ton of weapons. Pittman, what's the kid's name that dropped the ball going to the end zone from Texas? His name escapes me. But and of course you got Josh Downs, Alec Pierce. They got a lot of talent. Uh, I'm going with the Colts.
Raiders. You know I love a good Raiders pick, and this is a perfect week for it. I probably should pick the Colts at home, but I'm not. I'm picking the Raiders. Let's go.
Okay. Remember, the Colts also got that kid number 28 in the backfield. That
They sure do.
he
And,
kind of out.
yeah,
He kind of nice, man. He kind of nice.
yeah, yeah,
Who knew? Who
absolutely.
knew he could still play football? Right.
Who would have
Um.
thought? Who would have thought?
All right. All right. So again, we got a fight. He got Raiders. I got Colts. All right. Yeah. Yeah. We fighting on that one. All right, man. We split on that one. Next game we got the Miami Dolphins at the Carolina Panthers. I got the Dolphins, man. I don't know, man. I don't have a read on the Panthers yet. I mean, are they a bad team or are they like an less than average team? Are they number one in the draft or are they gonna win like 5 games? I don't know, man. I got the Dolphins. I just think they got more talent. I got the Dolphins. Not going too much on that
Yeah, I foolishly picked the Panthers last week. Yeah, won't be doing that again. So Dolphins it is.
that 30-0 over the Falcons kind of had you drunk, man. That's what happened.
Reel me in for a week. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, no
Not
more.
again.
Never
No.
again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I got you. And we're
Yeah.
both in agreement on that. We both got the Dolphins on that one. All right, they may start to get their season back. All right, our last 12 o'clock game. I seem like I might have missed one in there. I'm just looking. You got the New York Football Giants, Dallas Cowboys going to going to the stadium, going to New York, taking on the New York Football Giants. Um,
I
Cowboys
make
favored by
my
1.5.
okay. I make my pick and get out the way. You know, I gotta clear the lane. I'm picking the Cowboys and I can see you on this.
Um, that's all. You don't got no more on that. No more
I'm sure
ammunition on
you
that.
I'm sure
Okay.
you got it covered. I'm sure.
Well, I ain't gonna say much on this, and I'm just gonna say this. Cowboys had a very nice showing against the Packers last week. Obviously, they didn't win the game, but they showed some things that they could do. Coming into this game, there's a lot of things have changed. They got a ton of injuries. Of course, a lot of people are injured. You know, it's the first quarter of the season. There's going to be guys hurt. Offensive line, I think only one offensive line starter is going to be playing, so that makes it tough. Um, the Jets, trying to get their first win. You know, I really was wanting them to win last week, but they didn't. Aaron Glenn I think, is a good coach. At some point, man, he's gonna break through. Just hoping he don't be this week. But dang, I can't see him going 0-5. I got the Cowboys winning, but this is the kind of game that the Cowboys traditionally lose. You got a few injuries in some key positions on the road, a team that's hungry and then looking for, and they usually lose this kind of game. I think Arizona a couple of years ago. I got the Cowboys, but I'm really leery of this one. So I got the Cowboys. You know, I got my boys back, but we're gonna see what happens with that. All right,
Okay.
we moving to the afternoon games here, and there's some nice games in the afternoon. First, you got a couple of 305 games. Okay, that we do the little intermediate games between the first and the second games. You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to Seattle to take on the Seattle Seahawks. In my notes, I said circa 1976. These two teams came in the league together. Nobody know that because I'm older than everybody that's probably watching this video. But they came in the league at the same time, 1976, right? And so
Mhm.
they don't meet as often as they probably in the same conference now. Um, Buccaneers, man, I'm not sure if they got Mike Evans back or not, but that's going to be key. He's not. I got the Seahawks. Seahawks are favored by 3.5. I got the Seahawks. The Buccaneers is one of those teams I think it's going to surprise some people, but they need all their players. And if you got Mike Evans, Godwin, and Ibuke, I think that and Bucky Irvin's not playing. I do know he's not playing this week. So in that vein, I got the Seahawks. They're favored by 3. I got them.
Seahawks at home. Give me the Seahawks as well. Bucks missing some key players on the offensive side of the ball. So
Right.
maybe next week, but not this week. I'll take Seahawks. Play it safe.
Seahawks. We're in agreement. We're in agreement. All right. All right. Here's going to be something that's going to be stunning. I got my upset. I'm gonna have to get me a graphic set. Upset of the week. You got the Tennessee Titans traveling to Arizona to take on Glendale, Arizona, take on the Arizona Cardinals. The Titans are 0-4 coming off their 26-0 shellacking by the Houston Texans. And I don't know. Sometimes I think when you get embarrassed, you get that next team got to bear the brunt of that team playing their best game of the season. Cardinals have kind of been underwhelming. I saw them lose to the Seahawks on Thursday night, and I saw them lose to the 49ers the week before. They were one of those teams I thought could be sneaky, could get into the playoffs. They kind of, I don't know. I think they're ripe to be beaten. I got the Titans upsetting the Cardinals. And, hey, they're not going 0-16. They're going to win the game. So I got the Titans winning that game. So we'll see what happens. I know we're going to fight on that game.
Oh, man. Well, just so the people know, preface, I tried to talk him out of this off camera.
He did. He talked me. I tried to talk me off the ledge. He couldn't do it.
There's no way the Titans are winning this game. I have the Cardinals. So.
Hey, man.
We'd love to revisit this next week.
Every week there's an upset. There's a game, Giants and Chargers. There's always a game somebody win. They ain't had no business winning. That might be their week. Why not us? That's what the Titans are saying. Why not us? So I got them winning. All right. Cardinals are favored by 7.5 too. So that's a major upset if they do pull that off. I'm pulling for y'all. Y'all do that for your boy. Do that for your boy one time. Do that for your nephew one time. All right. Now 325 games. I got this as a 4-star game. You got the Washington Commanders traveling to Los Angeles to take on the LA Chargers. Chargers are favored by 2.5. Some injuries by the Chargers on the offensive line will make this game difficult. The Commanders have Daniels back, and I'm really torn on this game. I think both teams coming off losses. I guess if you held my feet to the fire, I guess I would pick the Chargers at home, but them having Daniels back is a but Harbaugh after a loss, he's usually pretty good after a loss. I guess I'm going Chargers, but I wouldn't be surprised with the Commanders one. That should be one of the more entertaining games of the day. That could have been the game on Sunday night. You could have did that. NFL, you hear me talking to you. Listen to your boy one time. Commanders Chargers could have been 7 o'clock in the NBC game. Just so you know, I got the Chargers in this game, but we'll see what happens. But it should be one of the better games.
Yeah, I really want to pick the Commanders and be different, but I am going to take the Chargers, and I expect them to sort of like muck the game up. They're without both bookends, so their formula won't change. However, Harbaugh's formula won't change, so I expect them to muck this game up, make it ugly, and try to get an ugly sort of victory. And in saying that, dictating the style of the matchup will be interesting between the two teams, because I don't think that's how the Commanders want to play this game. I think that's how the Chargers would want to play this game. So it'll be interesting to see who can pull their weight. Yeah, whose style prevails ultimately. But I'll go Chargers as well.
Yeah, Chargers do want to muck that thing up. They want an alley fight. People want to win stylistically. Chargers want to muck it up. They definitely do. So I definitely see your analogy on that one. We both got the Chargers on that one. Now I'm gonna hit this button on for another reason. We got a game here. The Lions and the Bengals. I'm gonna do that when I think a team fixing to get that whipped, totally and I think that's this game. You got the Lions taking on the Cincinnati Bengals, going to Cincinnati, taking on the Bengals. I think the Bengals get they just toe out the frame on this game. Lions are favored by 9.5. You getting 9 points and you playing at home. That lets you know if they're playing at daggum Ford Field, it'd be like a 14 point spread or whatever. Look, no Joe Burrow, no chance. Like low Lamar, no chance. No Joe Burrow, no chance. Even though you got Jamar and T. Higgins, I think they may make a play or two, but the Lions has got way too much. Man. I got the Lions, man, and probably speed limit might be in effect on this game. I got the Lions
Yeah, I mean, I have the Lions by a million, so yeah,
by a million. Wow,
frustrating, very frustrating afternoon for the Bengals, man.
be sure to be sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Be sure. I guarantee you, when they put this together, they looked at Cincinnati Joe Burrow and Jared Goff and that
yeah.
Detroit line. Boy, that's a game.
Mhm. I
And
get it.
yeah,
I
I
get the
definitely
thought.
right. But yeah, the injuries bug is a thing. All right, that's all of our afternoon games. Now we go to the night game. This is the game they picked for Sunday night. You got the New England Patriots traveling to Orchard Park, New York, to take on the Buffalo Bills. Bills are favored by 8.5. Look, I think the Bills and the Lions is some interesting. We're talking about them in back-to-back segments here. I think they may be right now. Right now, I mean, the season is fluid, right? It goes has ebbs and flows. I think
Mhm.
the Bills and the Lions are probably the most complete teams in the NFL right now. Talking about offense and defense and how they're playing and how well Josh Allen's playing, how well the Detroit Lions offense is playing, that sort of thing. So they're playing New England. I know it's a divisional game, and I know you go get their best effort, and their teams probably don't like each other there. No, but I don't have the Buffalo Bills losing for a long time. So I don't see them. I think the Patriots are merely a speed bump on their way to like 7-0 or 8-0 or something like that. So I got the Bills.
Okay. I got the Bills as well at home in this primetime spot. Um, powers that be would love to see the Patriots start to, and I think they will over time. I mean, I think the Vrabel system will eventually have them break through, and Drake May will eventually break through. Give them some time to progress and become a premier quarterback. But probably jump the gun right now. But hey, Patriots in prime time, you know, feeds the fans. They have a big fan base. They've done a lot of winning in the past 30 years. So,
Yeah.
but they won't be winning tomorrow night. So, Bills.
Done a lot of winning, just won't be Sunday night. I got you. We
Yeah.
both got the Buffalo Bills winning that game. All right, then we go to Monday night. This is also one of the games I got stars by. I got three. I should have five on this one. I think that's up there with Commanders, Chargers, or whatever. That's in Broncos, Eagles. You got the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to Jacksonville to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Kansas City favored by 3.5. Kansas City kind of righted their season last year with that win over the Ravens, and they got Worthy back. So Patrick has a deep target to go with Thornton. In a couple of weeks they'll get Rasheed Rice back, so they'll have their full complement of weapons. This is going to be an interesting game because Jacksonville is kind of like becoming one of them teams ain't nobody talking about, but they like what 3-1,
Mhm.
and and really I don't know that they've even played their best game yet. They haven't figured out what they're doing with Travis Hunter yet, and Brian Thomas really hadn't got off or anything, and I know uh um what's the running back's name? His name escapes me. He's had a couple of nice games. Etn. He's had a couple of nice games. I'm tempted to go with the Jaguars, man. I really am. I'm really tempted to just pull the lever and just say the heck with it. Give me the Jags. Because they were impressed me last week beating the 49ers in Levi Stadium, nonetheless, right? But this is Pat. I got the Chiefs, man. But man, this I think the Jaguars got an opportunity right here to prove that they belong in this stage of like the better NFL teams in this 2025 season. It's a chance for them to put their flag in the sand on this one. I got the Chiefs, but let's just see what happens. I got the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Jags should have all the motivation in the world. This is their opportunity in a primetime spot, which they don't get often, to really make a statement. But it's Pat, so no, I'm picking the Chiefs. I think they righted their ship to a degree. Last week, that was a major win, not just the win, but how they won. So no way I'm picking against Pat in this spot. Though I expect the Jags to be super motivated as an organization that wants this type of signature win to be taken serious. So that should yield a great game for us, which is good for good for the viewer.
You got that right. That's good for us. Right. Hey, good. Yeah. All right. We always pick the Thursday night following. We got the New York Giants. Got the Eagles traveling to New York, take on the New York Giants. I got the Eagles. Let's don't see how the Giants can stomach up anything against the Eagles. Even how unspectacular the Eagles are playing. It's the Giants. I got the Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles.
All right. Bonus time, and we got a minute or so left. Or two. We got. We want to. Got to take some time to look at a couple of college games. That's on the docket that I think are noteworthy. You got the Vanderbilt Commodores traveling to Bryant-Denny Stadium to take on the Alabama Crimson Tide, fresh off of that win over the Georgia Bulldogs between the hedges, I might add. Ty Simpson, Jeremy Bernard, Ryan Williams did their thing and beat the Georgia Bulldogs. Now they got a chance to exercise some demons. But we know they went up to Nashville last year, and Pavlia had his way with them. And they better figure out who that guy is, or he could do that to them again. Vanderbilt's 5-0, man, and they're not your granddaddy's Vanderbilt. I got the Alabama Crimson Tide. You see, I got Alabama on. I represent this Saturday. I represent for my Tide. I got dual citizenship, so I got Roll Tide all day long. So I got the Tide winning that one. What say you, DK?
Roll Tide, man. It's time for some get back. Pavia did it to him last year. It's time to get back. Bama.
I hope they know what his jersey number this time, and like, oh yeah, it's him. He runs with the ball and does things. I hope they know that, right? All right, so we both got the Tide on that one. Our last college game of the day is the Miami Hurricanes rolling into Tallahassee to take on the Florida State Seminoles. Florida State Seminoles having their first loss last week against the Virginia Cavaliers. And the Miami's, I think they're 3-0, if I'm not mistaken, with Carson Beck, and Florida State with Tommy Castellanos. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. Who's like a what they say? He's like a bar of soap. You can't get your hands on him, right? I got Miami winning this. I had them going into Doak Campbell Stadium and whipping the Florida State Seminoles, man, and taking that claim to the King of Florida. So I got Miami winning that one. What say you, TK?
Florida State at home upset. Let's do it.
Oh, he went. He had the nerve to go against me. So, we fighting on that one. We fighting on that one. So we'll see how it goes. So anyway, people, those are our picks for today. I hope that you have taken into account what we've picked and match your picks against ours. I say that on all of my videos. Match your picks against the experts. TK's the expert. I'm the apprentice. I'll be copying off of his paper, man. Trying to get these picks right. And hopefully you will do the same thing. And as I said in our opening, like, comment, and subscribe, man. Anything you want to say to us, things we can do, make this thing better, let us know, man. Talk to us, man. We're here. We're here for that. Any last words, TK, as we close out this video?
Enjoy your Sunday.
Enjoy your Sunday. That's all I got, man. God bless, man. We'll catch you guys. Enjoy your football Sunday.